Salad with tuna today.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Russell
Hi.
Hands Show.
Food on my mouth.
Libby, you got food all over your face. So, you can eat. I don't mind you eating.
Not a very pretty eater. But I am
So,
very
what's
hungry.
happening, Libby? How you been this week?
This week has been a good week.
Good week?
It's been very chill. Like, not a lot has gone on. We're still not opened. We're doing a lot of virtual classes. And, it's finally a routine. I'm so used to not having a routine in my life. Like, my schedule's always weird. I'm always traveling. Life has kind of slowed down, and now I have a routine. We work out at 9, we work out at 5. Sometimes we do a third workout at noon. And it's like, okay, my dog is on a schedule. I'm on an eating schedule. Life is good. About time.
Yeah.
How's your week?
So, I'm good. I'm doing good. This is. I'm trying to focus on this. I have something coming out later on with my YouTube channel. I posted a little trailer on that, and I have that happening. This is our first time with the new mic. Got the new mic finally. Got the
That's
internet
really
should
cool.
be working. And I almost hear. Does anybody hear an echo? Do you hear an echo, Libby?
I don't hear an echo.
It's probably because I don't know. No, it sounds good. So we have a 2-hour episode about to happen. I mean, again, is it 2 or 3 this time?
3. This
3
next
hours.
week is a 3-hour finale.
And we have some exciting news to say. It will be Cody has now been voted out. And now it's just, we decided that it would be best to do the live show since we have, me and Libby, we work so well together. I think it's best that we go and do this live episode, just Libby and I, so we can concentrate and give you the best show possible. Also, I'm dressing up, Libby, and I'm going to be
dressing
drinking
up.
wine. I would
Yes.
like it if you would have a glass of wine with me while we do the show. I'm going to drink red wine as well, and we can have fun, and
That is my go-to drink.
and we can have a good show. I think it's going to be an amazing show. We'll have over 1,000 people watching live,
Yeah.
so it should be
And I'll get
exciting.
dressed up. I'll get my hair done. Not my post-workout bun.
Last time we had a little problem with Cody, and that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want to introduce people to Libby Mondays. I want to introduce them to what's happening on Mondays with you and I. But last time we had a little episode with Cody, we couldn't get it going. Did you watch it?
I did. It was painful. I felt so bad for
Could
Cody.
you see? Now you know me a little bit when it comes to this kind of thing. Could you see in my face that I just was not happy? I was trying to work with it.
It was hard. It was hard to watch. I could see the patience, but I could also see the pain. And it was like,
I hate that. Now, I understand you run into problems.
Technical difficulties are a thing.
Everyone runs into problems. I'm okay with that. That's fine. But we've been doing it on the same equipment for the beginning of the season. So it was just getting frustrating. And that's not why I've decided to go with Libby. I told you the reason that is because a lot of people don't even know we do this right now. And by the way, we have, just because I know some people are keeping track, first we had 42 when we really started doing it, 4,200, 4,700, 5,200, and now 5,800.
Wow.
So we're moving up.
Bravo, everyone.
And
we are getting good.
We're getting better. And I think that I've been listening to a few podcasts with 2 people doing it. And they usually come up with it, and I text you this, but I never got to respond. Libby, you and your texting.
I'm a terrible texter. Also,
Right.
I'm getting better, okay? But I will see and I'm like, okay, I try to dedicate a time of the day to respond because I'll get texts and texts and then I'm with people most of the time, so then I can't stop.
But you got to realize, me when I text you, it's different than some other guy texting.
Yeah.
I'm just it's I love texting you. I love talking to you, Libby. But most of the time, it's just business.
It's business.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Russ.
Business before pleasure, always.
Always.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do different topics, and I think that'd be exciting to do different things, different like having a certain topic. And we're gonna talk Survivor when it's all over next Monday. We'll talk because it'll all be over. So we'll end it with that. But then going forward, I think if we title episodes like look for the signs, that would be a title, right? Which means in a relationship, and I already did some research on it. I asked somebody said topic. By the way, I'm not going to say much about this, but I'll just show this real quick, Libby.
There it is.
I'm just showing it. I ain't going to talk about it right now because I ain't going to talk about it at the moment.
Business. That's all people's got to know.
I ain't going to talk about it because we do know what's happening with it, but it's taken only a while to get everything together with that. So I did some research with the topic that I want to talk about, and we'll get back into Survivor in a little bit. But I asked my young daughters, that's 20, okay? I asked my mom, that's 70, and then, I'm getting a range of what are the signs. But that'll be later on. We'll talk about that. So
yeah, and it's nice to get a different opinion on someone, a younger girl.
Yes.
And then an older
man. Signs. Yeah, because a lot of people have different opinions on that, and I think
like old, like new school, old school, like that's kind of like the signs too. Like there's different. I mean, I'm online dating again, which is so weird, very weird, but different.
Don't do it.
Totally different.
It's crazy. We'll get into that more, but
yeah.
Come on, Cranberry. We see you. We see you.
Come on, Cranberry.
All right, Libby. So we had a 2-hour episode, and the funny thing I've been talking about Michelle and the way she's playing the game, and I haven't been on board with it. I think a lot of people know that. Well, I like the fact that the second half of the episode, yes, she did. She won the challenge. But at the beginning of the first episode, she says that it's a disaster, as usual, tribal council, and that she thinks she brought a butter knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, I love that because it's true. Like, I mean, she kind of
That's what I see, yeah.
Very valid. I was like, okay. I mean, she was playing like she was just gonna, cut some butter, like, just spread out some peanut butter, not like actually fight, So it was kind of like, I think that was very valid, and she realized it, and now she was like, okay, what do I need to do now? And then she was ready to fight.
Yeah, I think that I don't think that she came ready to play, and it's not just me picking on her. She said it herself. Isn't that what that means? That I didn't come ready? Like if you bring a butter knife to a gunfight, you know that you didn't come ready.
Right.
So the crazy thing is, I know they have to edit it, and I know I have to do their thing, especially if she makes the final 5. But they say that, and not like a couple of sentences later, she's like, but I come here to prove that my first win wasn't a fluke, that I'm here to win, that I
deserve to win the first time just like I will the second time, or something like that.
Even though she says she brought a butter knife to a gunfight. So I'm confused with that because she's telling us she didn't come to play. she's telling us right there she didn't come prepared. But then she says that she thinks she's playing a good game. I'm
Well,
confused.
I mean, I put myself in her situation. You can't ever fully be prepared to go out somewhere where you don't know what to expect. You know that you have to fight hard. When she probably thought, okay, I'm gonna, you know, stay back for a little bit while these players, like all these big game changers, are gonna like make all these big moves. But then she just couldn't catch up, and she realized that. However, mentally, she knew that she wanted to play a good game. So she was like, okay, if it's not now, then it's never. So I think that that's kind of like what she thought, like, okay, wow, I wasn't prepared for this. I thought that I was prepared, but now I'm not. But I'm going to adjust. And I think that she did for the second part of the episode. She adjusted to what she really needed to do. She realized that. I think
She
that,
did.
like, yeah, I think that, like, she is capable of playing a good game. She just didn't at first. She didn't, like, know how to go hard and play that big game changing game that Tony or Sarah or even Ben were willing to play at first.
So if she makes it to the end of the game and she's there with Tony and she wins, are you going to have something to say about that?
That's a good question. I think that it kind of boils down to, like, how Tony plays the second part of the game, how Tony plays with Michelle, how, like, not just Michelle's game, but also her competitor's game. So I think that, yeah, like, if she's playing super hard and was like, look, I adjusted every time, and she has a good way to speak to the jury, and then the other people kind of, like, didn't really adjust, they only had their game and they never adjusted like she did, then I think that she'll deserve to win. But I think it all comes down to, like, how the second part of, or how the finale happens.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me how people get so swayed on just who they like. Like
Yes.
right here. Like
Right.
he's like, I know what he's thinking because I know
Mhm.
Cameron, and he's thinking, what? Like if somebody's not playing well, guys, it's okay to say it. She
Yeah.
said it. She said she's not. She brought a butter knife to a gunfight. She said it. So
Mhm.
to me, it's like she wants the respect. Yes, everybody wants the respect, but to me, she's just not playing that. She's at the end of the game. You got to give her respect for that. She made it to the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
But I just like Ben, and we'll talk about Ben now. I don't think that his strategic play, we've seen his strategic play try to work. What he tried to do is he tried to tell Jeremy, go ask Michelle for her 50-50. Then he tells Michelle, I bet you he asked for his 50 for the 50-50. Like those two are in an alliance. Like they're not going to get together and talk about what Ben just said. Like it's just going to, that was his strategic work. That was his
Right.
strategic plan working.
Mhm.
We see him being aggressive, not wanting to talk, and then having a poor strategic game. Now, again, Ben sitting at the end with Tony and wins the game. Would you have a problem with that?
Yeah. I think Ben's been kind of riding. I don't know. I don't think he really had a strategy. I think he's just kind of like riding and just like, okay, no, he's not strategically adjusting to situations. He's just kind of like, sure, yeah, oh yeah, I'm over here now. Let me try to get like intense because I'm a leader now. And I was talking to Cole earlier, last week, and he was like, Ben plays a really, like, he's like, when he kind of gets like really like tough on his allies, like tries to be like Sarah said, we have to let Ben come up with the decision because he apparently needs that like, what's the word I'm looking for? He just needs that leadership role and feeling that he had control. Yes. And I think that that's kind of his downfall, and socially his downfall, because he needs control to make and to feel like he made these decisions when really he's not making them. So I just don't think that. I think I would have something to say. Like, I really think that Ben's going to be part of the fire making challenge because they kind of like hinted at, like Nick said something like, oh, if Ben gets down to the fire making challenge, he's going to win. Like they kind of like hinted that. So I feel like if they weren't going to have a fire making challenge, then like they wouldn't have allowed that. But Charlie, people want to see you.
And right here we have this comment here that somebody says that Denise goes out, Ben goes out 5, Sarah goes out 4. That means someone, Michelle, told Russell the results. I've been wrong this entire time. I said Tony was going to go
you were right
second.
like once. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. I was right once. So the reason that I say this, and if that happens, that's because it makes sense to me. Like that right there, what you all wrote down, that makes sense. Denise goes 6 because they've been saying, oh, she's the Queen Slayer. She's the Queen Slayer. Ben goes 5th because they don't want to have him in the fire making challenge. They have to get rid of Ben because he could personally take them out in the fire making challenge. And they said that. So I'm just going off what they said. Sarah, maybe something, she's making fire and she loses. She may lose to Tony.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, how that would go down. I said Michelle's not playing that great a game, so they'd take her to the end. Why wouldn't Michelle tell me anything at this point? I haven't been that nice to her lately. Just saying. I keep saying I think she's a great person, but I just don't think she's playing a good game. So if I'm right, if that was right, then
I mean, I don't know. I think as a player, I'm sure especially winners, they really have respect for the game. Like I don't think they're gonna go in and say all of that and tell you, especially no. No, I think that's stupid.
First of all, plus, if they did tell me,
getting to figure it out.
Right. First of all, I don't want to know. I talk to players. I talk to production. Like I'm good friends with someone in production. I never ask, hey, why would I want to know? It's no fun.
No, it's no fun then. No. So I have a few questions for you. Since you bombarded me with questions already, would you have taken advantage of getting Tony out when he didn't have an immunity during, would you have just forgotten about that like everybody else did?
I cannot believe what we're watching. They don't even say his name.
What? No, they didn't even bring it up. It was
Michelle brings it up, and then it's almost when she brings it up, it goes in one ear and out the other with Sarah. She goes and tells Tony.
Yes, Michelle, such a savage. Bam, you have no chance of winning when it comes to Tony. And Sarah's like, oh, Michelle said, I have no chance of winning. She's just trying to backstab me. What? Where's your gameplay now? Come on, be fun. And also think about it because she's right. I don't know. That was just
right.
That was really hard for me to watch because that was not even
everybody's saying that. I did a podcast with Rob C on my Patreon page, only for patrons. If you want to hear Rob C and I talk Survivor, and everybody, all the podcasters are saying, why aren't we hearing Tony more? What's going on?
People just Ben, no one said it. No one.
Is he going that good though? Is he? What if it's he's just that good right now? What if he's?
I mean, they could be editing it to show him wow, he's playing that good, but he but you wouldn't notice it on the island. Maybe he. I guess that's the only explanation I can think of because I was just oh yeah, easy. Nick wins. They all get Tony out. Boom. No problem.
Yeah. It blows my mind that nobody's saying Tony's name, and I think everyone is thinking the same thing. Do I sound different with this mic? To me, I sound like a real podcaster now.
Yeah.
This mic sounds good. I'm listening to myself. I sound
great.
good.
I need a tech guy to come and show me how to set it up on my computer because I got.
I'm sure you wouldn't have a problem.
Fancy.
You probably get somebody watching right here to fly to your house just to show you how to work your mic, Libby.
Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
They definitely do that. Get that right.
Yeah. You sound crisp, Cranberry says.
Crisp.
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 Sir Charles makes an appearance. He just likes to, he likes being on the show.
Yes.
He likes seeing himself. Oh, yeah.
So Nick and Jeremy go home. I mean,
Nick and Jeremy.
Yes, Nick and Jeremy.
Jeremy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Jeremy then Nick.
Jeremy gets rid of, Nick gets rid of Jeremy. Again, what are they thinking?
They're not.
Look,
thinking.
back in the early episodes, you had Kim working with Sandra and Tony. Like, maybe he's just that good.
Honestly, I was like, Nick, okay, let me think here. Again, fresh off the boat with Nick, and I love him to death, okay? Great guy.
Fresh off the boat.
However, you use a disadvantage on Ben, the only one who would be willing to flip. Like, he's closer to Michelle than Sarah or Tony, okay? Also, earlier on, votes Jeremy out when literally that was like, he didn't think in the future. He did not think like, okay, after this move, what is going to happen? What's going to happen to me? No thought process. So it was that was, again, hard to watch.
I wish there was some way, Libby, you and I can what if someone gets in on the live show? What if somebody pops up? Because they're doing it all with computers. It's not live. It's like, well, it's live, but it's like we're doing here. Somebody can easily zap into their computer and all of a sudden they're on the screen. Like,
hi.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to do that. You and I need to pop up on the live episode and say, Jeff, first of all, you need to start talking, making them sit down and at tribal council.
Yeah, make them talk a little bit more. Like Jeff is like letting them kind of run the show, but everybody loves when Jeff asks those crazy, intense questions that you're like, wow, never even thought of that. Like, just kind of letting them go, and I'm just like, damn. Ooh, yeah, I'm reading some of these comments now. The one that was, if Tony wins it, does it make him the greatest of all time?
I'm trying to. So someone says if he wins it. Okay, here good. If he wins, it doesn't make him the greatest of all times. Oh, they're asking.
Yeah, does.
I can't see how it. Whoa. I do hear an echo, though. I do hear an echo.
I don't hear an echo.
Maybe it's just me.
It's probably you.
I hear the echo for sure, but maybe only I hear it.
Yeah, I think only you hear it because of your new fancy mic.
My fancy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got to start working on this beard too, Libby. It's
You've had all quarantine to work on it.
You gotta get that oil on it,
No,
break
I
it
don't
down.
know, actually.
You don't know?
No idea. Mm-hmm.
You never dated a man with a beard that fixed it up for,
Yeah, I did date a guy with a beard, and he was a country music artist, so I would see him do it, but I thought that it was just because he had to go on stage.
Oh no, he did it because a man needs to take care of his. A man needs to take care of his face.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's right.
So if he wins, he's the greatest.
Yeah,
he's the greatest of all time.
That's why they have this. Mm-hmm. No other way to really prove it. The greatest play the greatest, except for you, Russell, obviously.
Well, I remember after I played my first season, and then after I played the second time, in my mind it was like, and I never watched Survivor. I had to rewatch everything. And Jeff took me to dinner after season 19.
Whoa! And
he brings me to dinner because they didn't ask me yet to play in Heroes versus Villains 10 days later. So he's like, who you remind me of? I'm like, as soon as he says that, first of all, I didn't even eat dinner. I was so sick. All I had was a Sprite. And the first thing I thought was, who I remind you of? I'm Russell Hantz. Like, I shouldn't
I am
remind
the
you
one
of
and
anybody.
only.
Yeah, so I was so into, after I played the first time, I was pissed, and he said Richard Hatch. And then I'm like, who's that? Because I didn't even know who Richard Hatch was.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Wow.
So I was like, who's Richard Hatch? I was like, Jeff, I'm Russell Hantz. You, from now on, you're going to see that this started everything over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was keen to the fact that what I just did in the game was going to change everything. I also remember them asking me, them saying, Lynn Spillman comes up to me and says, Russell, let me tell you what I hate. I hate when people say they're going to do something and then they get out there and they do nothing. I hate that. And she says it happens 70% of the time. I said, Lynn, let me tell you something. I'm not only going to change the game forever, I'm going to change the way people view the game forever. And she said, we'll see. I'm like, yeah, we'll see. I was so ready to play that game. It was ridiculous. That's what happened. But anyway.
Damn. Nice little
It was
history
crazy.
lesson. I don't know what I'd do if I went to dinner
Yeah, because
with Jeff or Lynn. Lynn just
you
didn't
could
believe.
easily, you could.
Hmm?
Lynn didn't believe in you? What?
No. Lynn gave me a hard time. She was just trying to. I was like an egg
Oh,
that needed
no.
to be cracked open.
You easy. I could see her giving you. If you was talking to me before you played the game, I would have been like, "Oh, she's giving you a hard time for sure."
Oh yeah.
She's giving
they
you a
all
hard time.
did. They all did. Jeff and Mark were the only two that really believed in me at first, so that was good. Proved to them.
Lynn didn't believe. Who was your
No.
casting person?
Jody.
We'll move on.
She's like my sister. Okay. Now.
It's okay.
That one,
I don't have to like your. I don't have to like your sister, Libby.
I love her. I love her.
You don't have to like my brother, and you
Anyways.
don't have to like my nephew.
True. Okay. Anyways.
So, EOE. You know what's really interesting about this season?
Mhm.
That the fire tokens aren't amounting to anything. Have you been realizing, except for EOE, where you can skip in challenges? Those are big.
Right.
Those are big deals. But in the game, when they find something and they take or they give, like, I think, what did they do? They a few challenges they made to where they gave them more of a disadvantage in the challenges a couple of times.
Mhm. But
Is that all we get with the fire
yeah.
tokens?
Yeah, like in the game. I mean, like both of them that I remember, disadvantages like played on Tony or another disadvantage played. But like it really, I mean, it does help you in a way, but like not really. I mean, it just makes somebody suck.
No,
I mean,
I
it
don't
did
like
help
it.
Michelle because Ben, I mean, obviously Ben was very close to winning with the disadvantage. So it did help her, but like Nick was given the disadvantage. So he could have like put it on somebody else and helps his game versus the person that would vote with him, which, you know, like he kind of shot himself in the foot with that. But
Yeah.
other than that, like fire tokens have done nothing for you on the island. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that if Sandra would have known, excuse me, if Sandra would have known that fire tokens didn't matter, she wouldn't have tried so hard to get that one or those two.
Right.
And she would have said, because they really don't matter that much at this point in time. Now, I think, me and Rob talked about this a little bit, I think that it's going to get better and better when it comes to fire tokens. I think that if they implement it in the game, if they keep that direction, I think that they'll start meaning something. Now,
right.
That first episode, I put bad episode on my paperwork. because I didn't like it because I just thought it was slow, and I
It's very
thought
slow.
it felt like I knew who was going to go home, and then the fire token thing happened, and then it wasn't it wasn't exciting. It was like, okay, he has a longer challenge now. And it
Right.
cost eight fire tokens.
8. Wild. I was like, 8? I mean, good for Natalie. Good girl. She's obviously going to come back. Like, that's like not even a question. But,
But
damn.
I mean,
8
she
tokens
had
for one
okay.
disadvantage.
Now I'm sure the listeners here will be able to help us with this because we're gonna need some help with this. Because you text me. It was it 14 fire tokens.
14. She has
Okay.
14. Mm-hmm.
Now
Yeah.
let's say she doesn't give anything to Tyson. How much does she have then? Like, did she have any left over?
I think she paid like 6 for Tyson's immunity idol. I think.
6.
I want to say
I don't know if it's
she bought an idol and she bought like 2 or so advantages. I'm reading these. 14, yeah. So she paid
okay. We know she has
3 for his idol.
14. So she paid 3 for his idol. Did she have any left? She didn't have any none left out of 13 or 14.
No, because she bought advantages with the rest of hers.
But didn't she buy
She bought 2 idols and advantages. Yeah, 4 advantages.
She bought 4 advantages. But didn't she have an idol from last time?
And peanut butter.
Did she, so she spent all of it. Somebody said she had 2 left.
She has 2 left? God,
she has 2 left. 2 people said she has 2 left. Okay. Let's say she has 2 left. And let's say she spent 3 with Tyson. So she would have 5 fire tokens left. Can she bring that back into the game? Can she bring those 5 into the game?
Why not? I think so. So,
was it a good move? I know being human and all that. Let's stop thinking that we're human out there. We're a bunch of aliens out there, okay? Now, giving Tyson that idol, does that and helping him and feeding him peanut butter? I mean, she's helping Tyson, her competitor.
I don't think fire tokens are usable anymore. I think, and I'm seeing this too, because that would only make sense because she was like, I had these left over. I didn't know I couldn't buy another idol. I'm sure she couldn't buy 2 idols. Maybe she only had time to use 1, and they probably wouldn't let her buy 2. So she probably bought all she could, and then they were like, well, this is over with. So yeah, that would make a lot more sense oh, here we go. Bought 3 advantages for a total of 6 tokens, peanut butter for 2, and 6 tokens for Tyson's idol. Yeah. So I don't think she could bring him back in because, then it wouldn't make sense for her to buy him an idol just because.
I think she has an idol as well already.
She does, yeah.
Okay, so
it's like a cute necklace. She was like, if I don't get to use this, I'm going to keep it.
So I think, I don't know. I just think that making that move by giving Tyson peanut butter alone, we seen what peanut butter did for Tyson last time, and he won to get back into the game. She's seen that too because she was in that challenge. So now she gives peanut butter again. What, isn't that kind of risky?
To be honest, I can see this happening. He was just with her, and she bought peanut butter, so she's eating it. Girl's not going to eat 10,000 calories of peanut butter. You just can't do that to yourself. I would not, I think that I remember trying to eat all my pastries at once. Your body can't handle that. I'm sure he was there. She was like, here, want a spoonful?
She didn't give, no way. No. I don't agree. I don't think she gave him a spoonful. I looked at that jar of peanut butter and it was empty. There's no way that girl ate that whole jar of peanut butter. I think that she shared it with him. I mean, that's a lot of peanut butter, and your stomach, especially hers. She's been in the game forever. Her
So what
stomach's
else
all
are you gonna do
shrunk
with
up.
it? He was probably like with her, so she can't just be like eating all this peanut butter and he's just like sitting there starving. Like she has to give him some. She can't just be like,
Well,
shoo, I need to eat my peanut butter in peace.
get out of here. Get. What do you see me doing?
No, you didn't have my peanut butter.
Right. That's
What
what
you
I'm
looking
doing.
at? What you looking at?
And it depends on
No,
who I'm
Russell,
with.
you can't have any of my salad. This thing is mine.
If it was Libby, if it was you, I would give you a spoonful of peanut butter.
It's probably because I would look like an alien. Be like, hey, can I eat this?
You would. It's so weird how you'd almost begging for. You'd be like, "Can I get a bite of your peanut butter?" It's almost like back in college when you're starving to death, and then your roommate orders a pizza,
Yeah, and you just eat the whole thing.
and you're looking at him while he's eating his pizza, like,
Mm-hmm.
"Can I get a slice?"
Charlie's looking at me like that right now.
He wants a slice of your pizza.
You don't like salad, buddy.
Does he know that though?
Yeah, he does. I try to
So-
feed some to him.
If you guys want to follow Libby and I, I wanted to ask you, Libby. I have like 15,000. I didn't pay attention to Instagram hardly ever, and I just started paying attention to it while I've been doing this, and I had like 6,000 or something. Now all of a sudden, like I'm getting thousands at a time because people follow me. So now I got like 15,000. I think I'll catch you before you know it. Watch, I'm gonna catch you, Libby. And
You ain't catching
now
me. I'm on this
I'm
fun
catching.
giveaway
Help
right
me
now.
catch Libby. Help me catch Libby. I know you're already following her. Now follow me. And I'm getting emails from people telling me they want me to. They'll give me free product if I wear their watch. Somebody said they'll send me a watch,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
Gotta
like,
be careful
this.
with that.
Yeah,
You have
what's
to
up
think
with
of your
that?
followers for this. So, yeah, it happens. A lot of people love a good free product, but you have to promote it. And people are going to follow you for honest content that you like. So you need to pick and choose and be very like the food, the supplements, and the clothes, things like that I actually put on my
Yeah.
Instagram are things that I use all the time because I want to be authentic to my followers and know that if you buy this, you're going to enjoy it just like me. Because what if you actually hate the watch and then people buy it and they're like, oh, this thing is crap.
This is a
They're
piece of
gonna
crap.
unfollow you.
So can
Yeah.
when they send me the watch, could I be like, I don't like this watch?
Mhm.
Like I that's what I would do though. I would
Mhm.
look at the watch and be like, yeah, I'm not promoting this watch.
Well, you have to tell them, heads up, hey, I appreciate you offering this. I personally like to check out the product, give my honest opinion. If
Oh, no, I
don't
sent it to-
appreciate it.
No, I already sent it to the team, Libby.
Send it
So
to the
I
team.
was like, I sent it to the team. It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this for free for you.
Mm-mm.
You know, I'm gonna tell them, hey, I also have and it's a girl. Like they just got into guys' watches. It's like more of a girl type thing. So I'm sending them information saying, hey, we got a podcast here
Mm-hmm.
and a YouTube channel. So maybe you want to do
Exactly.
something else. We'd love to work with you.
Mm-hmm. That's what you got to do. You also, it's good to like talk to the people that watch, like all of our viewers and your followers, and see like what things do you like to see? Like, are you interested in things that I wear? Are you interested in my favorite products of certain things? Because if you are, I'll go out there and try and find the better ones. So in case you're interested and you want to know my personal opinion, I'll give it to you. So that way you get very useful information. Oh,
To
it's
be
gonna
honest, Libby,
interesting.
to be honest, it's going to be if I ever have to talk about that, I just don't know how I'm going to do it. It's just, believe it or not, I'm a gentleman, and it's just hard for me to talk about
sometimes
that.
you gotta talk about things, and I get it because don't really have to.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's going to be if Libby and I get this sponsor,
But
and I'm not going to
here's
say it
the
out
thing.
loud. You just seen it. Then how are we going to do that, Libby?
Here's the thing. We're talking about it right now.
Yeah, but
Bringing
I'm gonna
a
be
lot
like,
of attention to it.
Libby. I'm gonna be like, we got to make sure it works. It's science. We got to make sure.
Report back. You got to make sure it works.
I got like 48 of them. What am I gonna do? I got like a lifetime supply.
You're gonna stay busy there in the quarantine life
No,
in Texas.
yeah, I don't
Yes,
know about that.
I am from Texas, but I live in Nashville, Tennessee now. So this is a Texas company. They send me their shirts. Like Topo Chico, but Texas Chica.
To me, that those type of things, I don't know. It's just gonna be. I guess it'd be fun. It's just weird. That's all.
As
So
long
back
as
to the
people don't
game.
get the wrong idea.
Everybody's gonna get the wrong idea, Libby. Everybody. It's just like
I do watch the show on other nights. Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's gonna be fun when we're talking about random stuff. I think it's gonna be better than the actual episodes, actually, because it's gonna be fun and interesting, and we're gonna, say whatever. Say whatever's on your mind, Libby. Tell me what you think.
What I got to know.
No, I'm just saying when we're talking about just random stuff.
Yeah.
Got to be real with our people.
That's right.
Always got to be real.
Real stuff. Let's talk about real stuff. So game time.
Game time.
Okay. Jeremy goes out. Then Nick goes out. Poor Nick. Good loser. He's a good loser.
What about Denise? Denise didn't look like she gave up a little bit.
I was so annoyed when she pulled the whole, guys, I know I'm the one that's going to leave. Let's just make rice anyways. I would have just sat there and been like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but and she even and it was so bad at tribal council. Adam was like, is this an act? Like, is she really doing that?
Because those kind of things, like pity parties, really just like drive me crazy. Like, I hate when people are like, feel sorry for me, like I've already given up already. Like, I'm not, but then
I hate it.
But then Jeff was like, Denise, is this you giving up? No, this is just me accepting. Yeah, it actually is you giving up. Like, what else is it? It's not like she was trying to say, no, I'm not giving up. I'm just like, if I was gonna go out, I'd just like rather everybody just be fed. Like, it's only fair. Give me a fair chance. No, that's you accepting that you're gonna lose and you just gave up. So that was just like, oh, I cannot. Not, I lost. I was starting to like think, wow, she's playing a good game. And then she did that, and I was like, never mind.
Do you know that she tried to quit the season she won, and Malcolm talked her out of it? Can't you see that same style?
Yeah. I personally think she's the next one to go.
I think so too.
Still eating that salad, you guys. Yep. Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments.
318, which is a pretty good live on a Monday.
This is a salad, a tuna salad, by the way. Just to let you guys know what I'm eating tonight. Tuna salad.
Just to give you a little review of what we will be doing live, Libby and I, when Survivor's over, because people, I don't think we'll lose our crowd. I think we'll keep it, and it's going to be just random conversations.
Yeah, we're going to do Q&As too.
Yeah, Q&As. We'll answer your questions, but it's going to be like, what are the signs? Like, that's going to be our first one, like in relationships. And I'll give you an example. and we'll talk a little bit about this because I'm curious what Libby thinks. Libby, the sign that I look for when I'm out on a date, and then I see the girl constantly looking at her phone, and then when she puts it down on the table, she puts it face down on the table, and she never turns it over where I can actually see someone texting or anything like that happening. I think the phone is a major sign that you guys need to watch. And if you watch our episode of Watch the Signs, then it will help you date.
Yeah.
It would help you get out of relationships. But what do you think about that with the whole phone thing?
I think that is very true. Like, I will sometimes, I mean, I wear my Apple Watch, and that's one of my secret single hacks because that way I can keep my phone on in my purse or like in my pocket. And if I think that, like, okay, someone's going to be calling me, or if it's an emergency, or like my boss is texting me at random times of the night, then like I can look, and if it's an emergency, I can be like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, I actually have like I just have a work call, or I'll just run to the restroom, bring my purse and answer, but I'll look at my watch. I try not to pull out my phone ever. And if I do, it's on silent and it is face down on the table. And that's only because I may have not brought a purse. So
All right.
I think that
But
is
you see what I'm
very
saying, though?
disrespectful. Like, if I see a
It's more than
guy,
that, though. It's more than a disrespect thing. I'm talking about
it's
like
just like you're
straight
not
up.
interested, or like you have other things, or like you just don't know how to
No, I'm talking about
prioritize.
guys texting other girls. Like I'm talking
Oh,
about if you're in a relationship, if you're dating, if you're already dating, and then the phone thing, and I'm gonna let you
yeah.
know this, Libby, and this is for me to you. This is I'm giving away some guy code stuff for you, so you need to pay attention. And I know all my buddies, I see it happening over and
Mm-hmm.
over. Now, when you watch a guy and you go on a date, and let's say you're dating him, already dating,
Okay.
and he
Okay.
always flips his phone, and we'll talk about this again, probably exactly
Mm-mm.
this when we start doing it. And he flips his phone, and then when he looks at his phone, he turns his body. Look at me, Libby. He turns his body, right, like away from you, just
I've
slightly, just
never
like you know,
I've
you
never
never could
seen
you
that. Mm-mm.
you never
That
seen it, you
literally,
never looked, you never
no.
looked.
Mm-mm. A guy, no. Okay.
Look from now on.
In
Look,
today's
I'm
world, okay, well, I don't surround myself with actual jerks. Like, no.
well,
I
I'm
would be
just
able to.
I'm just trying to help you. So you hit the phone. They got the phone right. Have his phone, and then get it off my screen just in case.
Literally.
So you
No.
got your
I've
phone right.
never.
Got your phone, and then
Okay.
he lays his phone like this on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Always, not just once. Always, never face up. And you start noticing. I'm telling you right now. If you never, he could be a gentleman, but if you see that phone like that always, you need to start thinking.
Yeah. Well, that is very good advice. You're very right.
Thank
I
you.
think that I would notice that because I
You
a
will
lot of
now.
times. Well,
You
yeah, but
thanks to
eye
Russ.
contact is
Thanks
a
to Uncle Russell.
yes, Uncle Russell. Thank you for making sure that I don't ever deal with that because I'm a very like I like eye contact, and I like when guys listen. I'm like, whenever someone's talking, I usually try and listen to them and complete their thought, and then I'll
Right.
comment. I look for that in a guy. And so I think that if he was, oh yeah,
No, but it's not like
literally
that. He won't be
like,
like that. It won't be like that. It would be like just it could. My daughter did it the other day in the truck. She's
yeah,
12, and I said I was driving, and I noticed her do like this with her phone. She was like just a slight turn, and I was like, "Who you texting?" And she's like, "Oh, just nobody." I'm like, "Why are you trying to hide your phone? You ain't got to hide your phone from me."
mm-hmm.
I said, I don't care. You can do what you want. You don't have to hide from me. Be comfortable." Like she did the whole twist, and she's
Well,
12.
you're her dad.
Yeah, and I get it.
That's
I
different.
get it. But what I'm saying is, I notice all that. So when it goes down with me, like, I got you. So anyway, guys,
Thank you.
that is the type of conversation we'll be having once Survivor's over, and it's going to help you. It can help you grow. We may save your life. I'm just saying.
You just never know.
You never know.
My now ex-boyfriend, we could talk about that too. Because
we'll talk about that. Not now. Let's not give these. Let's not give them that yet. Let's not give them no good stuff yet. The good stuff will come after Survivor's over, because we're supposed to be talking about Survivor right now. But I think it's gonna, Libby. I think that it could get to a point to where, like, it's a big deal. Like Libby and Russell. I have a good feeling about it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I need to set up my own little personal studio with my pink microphone if we're gonna get serious.
We're gonna get serious.
Okay, so let's talk about.
Look at that.
There it is. Chewable? Is it chewable?
It's supposed to.
Really
should I take it?
No.
Should I just take it?
Not
should
right
I just...
now. No.
See what do? I'm just gonna take it. Libby, I'm just when Survivor's over, I'm just gonna take it right here. Right here, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it.
Just gonna do it.
I gotta know.
Say hello to the feed, Russell.
Take it now. Hi. Take it.
There,
take it.
Got it.
Do it. Do it.
Oh. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Say hello.
What am I supposed to do? Hello. Hello.
They can't hear you because you're on my headphones.
Oh, okay.
But there it is. Okay.
Russell is Diego. Russell will be up all night. I don't know what it does, guys, but I'm not going, in good faith, I'm not just going to get a product and not, I mean, it's hard for me to say, oh, I'm going to go try it out because I'm single. I mean, what am I supposed to do? So
that's true.
I don't know how I'm going to work with that. I'll figure it out because I'm going to do it for you guys.
It's all for you guys.
It's all
on
for
his
you
end.
guys.
I'll figure out something for me to sponsor. I'll get that covered. I'll find something.
Yeah, because they were, it's a guys thing. And by the way, guys, well, I'm not even talking about it right now because we don't even know yet. We know, but.
Okay, so should we say some of our expectations for what the finale is going to be like?
The finale, guys.
The finale.
I don't know. I just don't know about the finale because it's going to be. They're going to be like this. They're going to be talking like it's Skype or something.
They're going to be on Zoom. So
are you sure about they using that company?
I'm pretty positive. Zoom is like a very big corporate sponsorships with a lot of things. I mean, our company F45, we use Zoom every day, and it's like whenever I listen to any podcasts, big podcasts, they're always Zoom calling, and so I'm pretty sure that's gonna be what they're gonna use. It's very easy to use, so but you have to have a special link and an invitation so that that you're able to filter who can come in and out. So
I think someone is going to Zoom. I think we're about to see a disaster. I think something's going to happen. I just can't see it going smoothly.
Well, so it's going to be 3 hours. I see.
Long time. So what, does that mean 3 hours from 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
So it ends at 10?
I would say so.
So we go live at 10 at night. News. Are you guys? Is the same time zone for you, for me, you and me, you and I?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be interesting watching that happen, how they do that. I don't think we're going to see much of that. I think they may have clipped a lot of that out to get more of us actually seeing footage of what's happening. Yeah. And by the way, guys, anytime you donate anything, or what do you call that? I don't know what they call that. Pledge or whatever. half of it goes to Libby. So it's not.
Thanks,
This
guys.
is our show. So if y'all do that, and I'll write it down. I'll try to keep track.
Thanks, guys.
So
Yeah. So, but besides how it's gonna go, should we talk about what we expect for the players end? Like who we think is gonna go out first, who we think is gonna go out second, like the order.
oh, you mean the next two? I think it's going to be Denise and
Denise and
Ben.
Sarah. Denise and Ben.
Oh, you think Sarah?
Yeah, I think Sarah.
Well, I think it's going to be Denise, and because we keep hearing them talking about how she's the Queen Slayer, and I think they're threatened by that because we hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that after that, they're not going to allow. If it would be Denise and Sarah, that means they allow Ben to go to the Final Four to fight for the fire making challenge. Are they really going to do that?
I think
because he can take them out.
I don't know. I know that, but I feel that like because they said something about Ben going to the fire making challenge, I just feel like he's gonna make it to it. Or else Nick wouldn't have said anything. Or they wouldn't have put that part of Nick in there.
Look at somebody's. Yeah, first of all, when Cody had the problem, everyone was saying, Libby, bring Libby, bring. They wanted me to call, and I was trying to. Remember, I tried to call you right there.
Yeah, I had a face mask on. We weren't gonna make.
You can do. We can do that. We can do the face mask thing. Why not?
I don't think they're ready for that.
Anyway, nobody minds that. So, you think that? Do you think if you was in Vegas and you had $1,000 in your pocket, you would gamble on all of it? How much of that money would you put on each player? Like if it was me, I'm putting $1,000. I'll let it ride. That's how I gamble. I just like to do it. So I'm putting that whole $1,000 on Natalie coming back into the game. Like, where would you put your money?
Well, of course, I put Natalie coming back into the game, but I thought you were talking about but what player would win.
No, only you would put all 1,000 on Natalie. You wouldn't put 800 on Natalie, 200 on Tyson. Like, where would you put your money? Like Rob.
Well, I almost feel that it's so certain that Natalie is coming back because they have made her such a star on EOE. So I'd probably put split it just a little bit just to be safe because that's the kind of player I am. I'd probably put 600, maybe 650 on Natalie, even though I'm mostly sure.
Okay, so you weigh more than 50%. Yeah, you put in your gambling. And that's probably a lot for you as a gambler. Like me, I'm an all-in type of guy.
I'm not as decisive as you are, but I think I would put a little bit on Tyson, and then I'd put maybe
that's a smart bet.
A little bit on Tyson, and then a little bit on Rob because I don't know. I just feel like he might come out of the.
No, I get it. That's a smart way of betting. I just don't bet smart.
I bet it's 650 on Natalie, 200 or 250 on Tyson, and what is that at? 100 on Rob.
Yes.
Is that up to it? No, I don't know.
Well, whatever. I see what you're trying to say. If I was gonna be a just split it all up like the smart way of betting, I would put the majority on Natalie. She goes straight to the puzzle. She goes straight to the puzzle.
She's so smart.
And then I would go. I think I would put the rest on Rob. Rob before Tyson.
Wow. Okay.
He gets pretty He does get pretty focused now when he plays this game. And then Tyson. Then after that, probably Kim. I was going to do a top 5 and who I think is going to come back, and then a bottom three on who's not going to come back. We might as well talk about it because I didn't do that on my YouTube channel. So, top five and who has a shot of coming back. My top five is Natalie number one, Rob number two, Tyson number three, Kim, and Parvati. And my bottom is Danny at the end. No, I wouldn't even put Danny. I put Amber at the end, very last, then Danny after that, and Adam. Even though Adam has he has the guts, I just don't think that he has what it takes to compare with these players when it comes to challenges. Who's your top five?
Mine are the same as you, except not Parvati. Wendell. I do.
Wendell.
Natalie, Tyson, Rob, Kim, Wendell. Bottom would be Danny.
You would put Danny before Amber or Amber before Danny?
Amber before Danny. Amber, Danny.
Yeah, that third last one is a tough one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have to say Adam. Libby, do you eat that because you enjoy it?
I love it.
What is your favorite food?
Oh, that's really hard.
Libby, if I was going to take you, out to a restaurant, and I had to guess, well, which one would I be right?
What?
Like if I was going to be like, okay, I'm taking you to a restaurant, and I'm choosing. You know how the guy needs to step up and choose where he takes you?
Yep.
Okay, I'm choosing where like Italian, Asian, like what food, Mexican food, like what food would be the best for me to take you?
I like either a nice sushi restaurant,
steak,
or a good steakhouse. Don't bring me, even though I do love Italian.
On the first, I don't know.
There's no way on first date. Because if you know
there's no way I'm taking you to a steakhouse on the first date. That's not happening.
There's a lot of I would like a fun, I mean, you're in Texas right now, but in Nashville, there's a lot of fun steakhouses that aren't okay, you're gonna pay $75 for a steak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yes. There's good themed
well, it's not. It wouldn't be the money. It'd just be it's a steakhouse. It's like some girls don't like to eat like that. You got to eat that meat, girl. Some guys don't like that.
No, I mean, if you take me to an Italian place,
it would be a sushi restaurant.
Good night.
See how that's what it would have been.
Yeah, I like sushi. Right. Okay, so now,
so we think that nothing's changed about Natalie coming back.
If I go to a steakhouse, I'm ordering fish or steak, by the way, a nice little salmon.
So, Libby, do you know that, like, you get a mic like this, Libby, right? Get a mic like this. We'll send you a mic like this, and then you eat in it. You eat in the mic.
Oh,
that's a thing.
People would pay big money for that. No, you guys, usually I've already eaten by the time I go on here. It's been a very busy afternoon.
But your
girl was so hungry. I just know that y'all love us so much.
What I'm saying, Libby, is they have things that they do on the internet to where you get the fancy mic and you just eat, or you hear them smacking. I cannot handle that. I don't care how pretty the girl is. I don't care who it is. I cannot handle sitting there watching, because you hear them chewing it. No, it's disgusting. Yeah, they call it mud banks or something. Mud bangs, I think.
That's terrible. Gross.
You got all sassy, Libby. We're gonna be getting sassy. We might not agree on everything, Libby. When we get off of Survivor and start talking real talk, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to talk real talk to you. I don't want you to get offended. Don't get your feelings
We're
hurt,
not so.
Libby.
We
Don't
already
get
have not been
your
agreeing
little.
on everything.
Now, I'm just saying, don't get your feelings hurt when we start talking. I'll be like,
If
mudbounds.
I didn't
That's
have
what they
thick
call them.
skin, I wouldn't be here from reading some of these
Oh,
comments. Okay.
I already know you have thick skin
I'll
because
be
it's
fine.
like you cannot come on a. You had to be pretty nervous. You cannot come on a podcast or something with. You didn't know me at all, and you can't do that unless you like have pretty thick skin. I mean, I because anyway, you can't think. You probably see me differently now than you did before you came on the show, but you didn't know what you was getting into. I could have been some crazy maniac like they
I
show
know.
that I am.
That's why it took me a little bit to get on the
It did take
podcast.
you a little bit. I had to. It took me. It took a while for me. Actually, it took me. Now that I think about it, I was like, like, what's happening here? I'm trying to. I think at the
I
end of the
know.
day, at the end of the day, I think we're going to both agree that it was a good decision.
Yeah.
But
Well,
so
I'm
we've been
looking
on here
forward
an
to
hour and 6
Wednesday.
minutes already.
I know it's time
Wednesday
flies.
night again, guys. If you're just joining us now, Wednesday night it will be Libby and I doing the live show immediately following the episode to talk Survivor and what we just seen. Hopefully, we see Tony win the game. If he gets to
Because
the
then
end
we'll be
and
right.
doesn't win the game, if he doesn't win, then I got a lot to say. I already know.
Yeah. If he doesn't win, it will be very surprising.
Or whoever
If
takes him out. Whoever takes him out, if they don't win, I got a lot to say.
oh, then a lot of people will have a lot to say. It'll be embarrassing for the person who wins, to be honest. But we shall see. We won't jump to conclusions here. And then so I'm the first virtual Survivor finale. That's going to be really very interesting, hard to watch, but also might be fun and entertaining.
Do
We'll
you
all get
think they'll
dressed up.
lose? Do you think they'll lose viewership because of that type of? Because when I watch, I'll leave the TV on and I'm doing some work or something. I'll just put it on mute. Then I look up and I see Jimmy Fallon doing some kind of Skype thing, and I'm like, who watches it? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's not very fun to watch the night shows that are like from their attic or from their basement or whatever. I think the only one, James Corbin does a really good job. His is really, he is really funny and also just like he does a good job, but it is hard, it's kind of hard to watch the like guest talk virtually and just see them from their house. It's just a different, it's just really not going to be the same, but you have to kind of just accept the situation like it is and make the best of it, I guess. People, James Corden, yeah. I sorry, I said his name wrong. But I think people who watch the finale are loyal fans anyways, so they're going to do what they can and be able to support everybody.
yeah, and I think that everybody's going to understand it. I'm kind of interested in to see how they do it.
Yeah.
How it's going to look.
Yeah.
And before we go, I wanted to see what you feel about this. Rob C is talking about it a lot on Rob Has a Podcast. He talked to Fishback about it. He talked to me about it. And he's like, what do you think about them doing, because of all this going on, okay, would Fiji actually allow all these people to their little island? And then after this is all over, you have people from all over the world coming to your island. I don't know how comfortable Fiji would be at this point, but it's weird. But not Fishback. Rob, what he thinks they should do is they should have an American survive to where they do it in some Wyoming, the hills of Wyoming, or.
I would hate that if I was on it. I'd be so mad.
No, if you was on, you'd hate it. But what do you think about? I don't think they need to go like lower down the production value, because that's always going to stay the same. But when they did Tocantins and when they did Gabon, that all looked like a in the forest, no beaches. You could find areas like that in the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, like when I lived in Georgia, where who I worked for, um, it like he bought a gun range that was like a army base, and it was like a training area for the army, and we'd go out there and go turkey hunting all the time, and it
Uh-huh.
was very like I was able to train out there, like just like have him teach me like to make fire and things like that, and so it's like, I mean, backwoods wouldn't be the worst. It would be kind of like interesting to watch, because then it would actually be something like, oh, very useful to people. Like, people can pertain island life to real life, but like if you're in your home country and you're like, well, what if I did like have to, what if I was stranded or whatever? You're actually able to pertain it to your real life. And so it would be
Yeah.
interesting. I would just be mad
Well, you
if
can
I was
get you
on
can
it,
get on
because like
some.
the island life is like the best.
You could be on some ranch somewhere, 100,
Yeah.
200 acre. There's ranches all over the place, and go out there and play Survivor.
Yeah.
Or Louisiana. I mean, that would be rough. I don't even think they could do that. To tell you the truth, guys, the Louisiana thing, I think would be too hard because they couldn't control the animals, the
Hmm.
snakes, the alligator. You just cannot play around in the swamps of Louisiana. You can't do
Yeah.
that, especially for 39 days. So I think more of a cowboy scenery type thing, mountains, that
Montana,
type of thing.
Wyoming, even Colorado. Colorado would probably be pretty cool. Um,
Colorado, but that would be a little
yeah.
colder.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I guess so. But there's a lot of places around America. I mean,
So,
it
what do
would
you
be,
think about that? Do you think that that would be viable?
yeah. I mean, it would be like,
Fishback didn't like it.
I don't know if I would like love it, just because like Survivor is just like, you just have to name it another show. I just don't think that it would be Survivor. Like Survivor,
No, you
it's
can't
like,
name it another show. It has
no,
to be
you can't.
Survivor.
No, I know. I'm saying that like if they did that kind of thing, like they've done it on Discovery Channel, they've done it on like,
Yeah,
somewhere in America. It just like seems like they're just like Survivor. It as like very out, and like in a different country and somewhere where like nobody can go. It's just, if they go film it somewhere that is like in Wyoming or whatever, people are gonna. It's hard to
yeah,
like keep humans out of there.
yes, yeah.
I
But you
don't know.
can get
That's just,
hundreds and hundreds of acres. It's
yeah,
completely private and secluded. They can find that easily.
yeah,
But it's just weird because we respect the game of Survivor. I wouldn't want it to lessen what Survivor really is,
right,
But
right.
so that's
Uh,
the only thing that I would be worried
Hopefully,
about.
yeah, yeah. You just never know. But either way, again, Survivor is such an epic show. It's such amazing followers and like obsessed fans, that if Jeff was like, we're gonna have Survivor Wyoming, people would be like,
Yeah,
whoa. I mean, like, honestly, let's just like be real. Even though like if we
yeah,
broke it down right now, it would be like, no, no. But if they said it was what it was, we're gonna be like, wow, never even thought of that.
right, right.
So
Well, that would be interesting.
yeah.
So we appreciate you guys watching the show. If you really like it and you haven't ever did it before, press like on the video because that helps. It helps us, and to be honest, it helps us with sponsors. It helps the video to more people, that type of thing. I've been researching this type of thing, Libby. I'm trying to find out how to best go with our little show here, and that's how you do it. If you like it, then like it. Comment
Hmm.
below if you have something to say
Share
about
it.
it.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if you like share it with people, or like message us, let us know. I love when you guys message me about what you thought of the episode, and like what more you want to hear, what comments. If you have any comments on that, we can definitely bring it up for the next episode, especially during the live.
Yes.
We're gonna want to talk about everything that y'all want to talk about. So yeah.
And if you want to comment, you can comment below the video. Libby, do you read the comments after it's all over? Do you go to the video and read the comments?
Sometimes, yeah.
If you don't, you need to start doing that for the fans, because they'll see you're the one that commented. If it's like, I don't know.
I'll just go and comment back like now. I've read them, but I haven't like. I know I need to get
Yes,
back on
you need
Twitter
to get on
too.
Twitter, by the way.
Yeah, I'll get back on
You're
Twitter.
not on Twitter at all?
No, I haven't been in a few months. So
yeah, somebody just said, I don't know if I can find it, but they just said Survivor Hawaii. Why couldn't they do that?
Well, they probably can't because there's not enough land out there.
Yeah, and then that comes to the point of what you just said, people trying to get, and people trying to see what's going on. You're going to have these spoilers out there taking pictures. You're going to have, somebody out there trying to find some information.
Yeah.
So you're going to have that type of thing.
I'm going in and downloading Twitter again.
She's downloading Twitter. And what is your Twitter account going to be?
I am the Libster. It's I am the Libster. Same thing.
Okay. Same thing.
What's up,
as
Frank?
Her right here. You want to follow Libby on her Twitter? That's it right there. So then
Uh-oh. Frozen. Russell?
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you're better now.
That's good.
Kind of. Think that might be our sign, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to keep working on my YouTube too. All right, Russell.
She can't hear me. You can't hear me?
Now you're unfrozen. They said R.I.P. Russell.
That whole time I was watching you.
You're still frozen. Interesting. Russell. You're still not working.
Now I'm working.
Now you're working.
See, I'm saying that so I can. Suddenlink. Actually, this is the first time that happened. We've been doing good lately.
Well, I know we've been good up until now. So, all right. Well, Russell.
All right, guys.
Before you go out again,
I appreciate everybody watching.
We will see you on Wednesday, all dressed up, drinking a glass of wine together. Definitely join us. It'll be a great episode. Pumped about it.
Yes, Wednesday night, come watch us. It's going to be fun. We're getting all dressed up, and we're going to have a good time.
It's going to be
You're watching fun. Everybody else. They're watching everybody else on the screen like this, so you might as well come watch us.
Yeah, just minimize us during the episode. It's fine.
Right. We should be there the whole time. All right, guys. Yeah. Appreciate it. You guys have a good night.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.